1350s is the first time that Western Christendom is aware of the Shroud.
Hold on to your seats, for what you're about to read could unravel the very fabric of history, religion, and science as we know it.
This is a quarter-size negative of a picture of the Shroud, and it appears to be a middle-aged male.
The Shroud of Turin, a piece of linen that has stirred the imaginations of scholars, scientists, and theologians for centuries, is now the epicenter of a discovery so astonishing it defies comprehension. This sacred relic, long debated as the burial cloth of Jesus Christ, has divulged a terrifying secret that could recalibrate the compass of human understanding. Are you prepared to question everything you thought you knew? Welcome to a journey that changes everything. The Shroud of Turin is no ordinary piece of cloth. It's a haunting and mystical relic, a linen sheet bearing the faint image of a crucified man, a spectral presence that has captivated the imaginations of people from all walks of life, all cultures, and all religious backgrounds for centuries. Embedded in its fibers is the mystery of mysteries. Is this the burial cloth that wrapped Jesus Christ after his crucifixion? For centuries, this 14-foot-long piece of herringbone weave fabric has been the subject of awe, veneration, scholarly debate, and even battles. The earliest known reference to a shroud similar to the one we now call the Shroud of Turin appears in texts from the 1350s. It was displayed in a small church in Lille, France, generating both immense public interest and ecclesiastical skepticism. It was regarded as either a divine object or an elaborate forgery, a dichotomy that would follow the shroud throughout its history. Interestingly, radiocarbon dating conducted in 1988 dated the cloth to the 13th or 14th century, which coincides with this period. But despite the dating, neither the fervor nor the debate surrounding the relic dimmed. For Christians, particularly Roman Catholics, the shroud has often been seen as a tangible link to the divine, a physical artifact that provides an almost supernatural connection to the life, death, and perhaps even the resurrection of Jesus Christ. Over the centuries, popes have venerated the shroud, and it has been displayed in cathedrals filled to the brim with pilgrims eager for even a fleeting glimpse. When placed on exhibit, the shroud draws people from around the world. It is a beacon of religious devotion, a pilgrimage for those seeking evidence of the miraculous in an increasingly skeptical world. But the shroud is not merely a religious artifact. It's a conundrum that has beckoned to scientists and scholars as well. Artists have puzzled over the shroud's eerie negative image, which only became widely understood when it was photographed in the late 19th century, revealing an almost 3D-like quality when subjected to modern photographic techniques. Medical professionals have speculated on the anatomical correctness of the image, debating whether the wounds and bloodstains correspond to a real human body, and if so, what kind of trauma was experienced. Forensic experts, archaeologists, textile analysts, and even geneticists have all delved into unraveling the shroud's mysteries. Their tools have been as varied as electron microscopes, DNA analysis, and advanced imaging technologies. Among historians and archaeologists, the shroud also presents an absorbing paradox. It has survived fires, wars, and the passage of time itself. Crusaders, kings, and commoners have all played roles in its storied history. It has been stolen, recovered, hidden, and displayed. In modern times, it rests in the Cathedral of St. John the Baptist in Turin, Italy, safeguarded like a priceless gem. And yet, despite its journey through the annals of time, its origin remains as elusive as ever. However, the shroud is also a cultural phenomenon that transcends religious and scientific communities. Documentaries, books, and articles reach audiences who might never set foot in a church or a laboratory. People sense that the shroud, whether divinely created or masterfully forged, is a touchstone for some of humanity's most profound questions about life, death, and what lies beyond. The Shroud of Turin is a tapestry of human experience, a meeting ground of faith and skepticism, science and spirituality. For some, it offers the tantalizing possibility of a direct connection to the divine. For others, it serves as a monumental puzzle waiting to be solved. It stands as a testament to humanity's eternal quest for understanding, an enigma that has persistently defied clear categorization. It appeals to our most primal curiosities and deepest yearnings, inviting us to explore the very essence of who we are and why we are here. The Shroud of Turin has long captivated not just religious believers, but also members of the scientific community. The interest is not unfounded. After all, this is an artifact that exists at the nexus of faith and reason, theology, and empiricism. Over the decades, rigorous scientific examinations have aimed to penetrate the enigma, to dissect the shroud's fibers and imagery and lay bare its secrets, like an ethereal patient upon a dissection table. However, each probe, each test, each hypothesis has often raised more questions than answers, sending ripples of controversy across various disciplines. One of the most famous scientific examinations of the Shroud was the radiocarbon dating test conducted in 1988. 3 separate laboratories in Oxford, Zurich, and Tucson were given samples of the Shroud's fabric, and all 3 concluded that it originated sometime between 1260 and 1390 AD. For skeptics and many in the scientific community, this seemed like a nail in the coffin, proving that the Shroud was likely a medieval forgery. However, critics argued that the sample might have been taken from a section of the cloth that was repaired or contaminated, thus skewing the results. Beyond carbon dating, the very image imprinted on the Shroud has been the subject of intensive scrutiny. A negative image that appears strikingly three-dimensional under certain light conditions suggests a level of sophistication that even modern technology would find hard to replicate. Medical experts have chimed in, arguing that the image on the Shroud accurately portrays the physiology of crucifixion, right down to the pooling of blood and the positioning of the limbs. Some have even gone as far as to say that the Shroud provides evidence of Christ's resurrection, positing that the image could have been formed by a burst of radiant energy, akin to a divine supernatural event. In recent years, researchers have employed more advanced technologies like spectral analysis and microscopic examination to study the Shroud. Pollens from the fabric have been analyzed to trace its possible geographic origins, leading to more questions and debates. Some pollen grains were found to be native to the area around Jerusalem, fueling arguments for its authenticity. Fibers were also examined at a microscopic level, revealing intricacies in the weave and characteristics of the flax from which it was made. But this too left experts divided on what the findings could definitively prove. Then there are the studies that enter the realm of the almost fantastical, like the claims that the Shroud's image contains hidden information, visible only through specialized photographic techniques, suggesting that the object might be a form of ancient data storage. While most mainstream scientists dismiss these theories as speculative or even absurd, they nonetheless add layers to the already complex tapestry of scientific discourse surrounding the Shroud. The arena of scientific examination thus mirrors the broader public fascination with the Shroud of Turin. It's a battleground of competing ideas, theories, and interpretations. Some scientists see the Shroud as a challenge to uncover a historic truth, others as a puzzle that defies natural explanation. Still, others view it as a window into ancient technologies and practices, perhaps even stretching the boundaries of what science considers possible. Despite the range and depth of these examinations, a concrete conclusion about the Shroud's authenticity, its origins, or the methods used to create its enigmatic image has never been universally accepted. Instead, each new finding seems to deepen the Shroud's mystery, making it an enduring subject of intrigue and debate. A puzzle with pieces that never quite fit, it refuses to yield its secrets easily. Imagine a revelation so shattering that it threatens to rewrite the annals of history, theology, and science in one fell swoop. This is no hyperbole. The latest investigation into the Shroud of Turin has yielded findings that can only be described as both groundbreaking and terrifying. This study has applied the principles of quantum physics, utilizing cutting-edge technology that had never before been used in this context, plunging into areas that blend the line between reality and the inexplicable. And the revelations are as astounding as they are disturbing. For years, experts have attempted to understand how the image on the Shroud was formed. Traditional imaging techniques have always hit a wall. unable to account for the unique properties of the image, its three-dimensionality, its anatomical accuracy, and its resistance to fading over time.